To get started, I have to first create a new document inside of Adobe Illustrator. To do that, I'm going to go to File, New, and I'm going to start by choosing a profile. Now the profile that I'm going to choose is Print. What this is going to do is this is going to set me up with a CMYK color mode, and that's the color mode used for print documents. I'm then going to create a custom size. Normally I would choose letter, legal, tabloid, or A or B series, but since this is a business card, I know that it's going to be significantly smaller than this. So for my logo size, I'm going to change my units to inches, and I'm going to give myself a width and a height of 4 inches. Now, a normal business card is 3.5 inches by 2 inches, so this is slightly larger, but it's going to make it a little easier to work in Adobe Illustrator, and we can reduce the size of this inside of InDesign. I'm going to hit OK, and that creates my artboard. Now, inside of here, I'm going to use simple shape tools to create my logo. The shape tools are located over in your toolbar, and they start with the rectangle tool. Now, if you click and hold down on the rectangle tool, you'll see that you have a lot of different shape tools to choose from. A real easy trick to identify these and use them often is to go over to the far right side holding down your mouse, and it will give you a tear off on the right edge of this panel. When I let go, I get a little mini panel of my shape tools. Now, for this particular shape tool, I'm going to use the polygon tool. The polygon tool, if I click and drag, gives me a 6-sided shape that I can use any which way I want, but there's a couple key tricks that are really going to help you be effective in using this tool. The first thing is, I like to hold the Shift key when I drag this tool. Not because it's going to keep it proportionate, but holding the Shift key will keep it locked to the page orientation, and it will give me a nice straight shape. I can customize and transform this afterwards by rotating or scaling, but holding the Shift key will give me a straight shape. Another neat little trick, if I want to change the edges of the shape or change the number of sides, is while I'm holding down the mouse and dragging out a shape, the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard will increase or decrease the number of sides on your shape tool. We're going to stick with the standard 6-sided shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply click and drag out different size shapes, and these hexagons will start to create my logo. Now, if I need to recenter these, I simply switch over to my selection tool, and I can grab either each one of these and move them, or I can click and drag across them. I'm going to position these kind of in the center of my workspace, and I'm just going to keep dragging around, holding down my Shift key to create different size shapes. If I have one out of position, simply switch back to your selection tool and move it into a new position. So that looks pretty good. Now, if I want to create more, I can simply go back and drag again.